just as the snow is about to fall, I'm gonna get to work on the Evo today. So, kind of first order of business, it's gonna be pulling out the intercooler and getting that mocked up. It's not really mocking up from my aid, I don't think. It's gonna be very straightforward, but I kind of want to show you what the plan is. So that's, I think, the primary goal for what we got going on. So carry this giant ETS monster over here. Okay. I'm gonna need a minute. All right, now that the intercooler's in place, you can kind of see what's going on. What I don't like is how it wraps all the way around here, back up, and it's pretty traditional intercooler routing. But it's kind of counterintuitive that if they would go to the extent of coming over the radiator on this side, there's no reason that the same thing couldn't happen on the other side. And what that does is it completely clears up all this area right through here for a lot of other stuff. Some of the things on this setup, as I mentioned in the previous video, is that we're gonna want at very least brake ducts through here, 3-inch diameter. What this had before was 2-inch. They were kind of, anemic. So we want to get a nice big brake duct through there. We want to put some diffusers at the front, the back side of the splitter, leading out inside of the front wheels, and just different stuff like that. Some different aero elements inside there that we kind of need to use the space. So now that kind of see how we're mocked up in there, what's going to happen next is I'm pretty much just going to cut this off, cut the tank off, cut the hose end off, and match exactly what's going on there. I'd considered just making new intakes from scratch, but I don't think it's going to be very necessary. I'm going to basically reuse what's here and just change locations. For now, it's going to be, I think, the way to go. And if it ever comes down to it, we might do a custom intercooler, or I wouldn't be surprised if we couldn't find something in this same side exit already prefabbed, ready to go and bolt in. So for the interest of time, moving on, we're going to get this all done, buttoned up. That is also going to mean that we need to make a custom upper radiator support. So once we get the intercooler modded, charge pipe up, at the very least for the time being, take off the upper radiator support and then do new intercooler piping to the cold side of the throttle here. Then we're going to look at what we have for intercooler piping from the hot side to the turbo, and probably come up with something entirely new. What he has is like a combination of mild steel and stainless steel, and I think we're just gonna go straight to aluminum and maybe do some, some heat barrier things. We'll kind of see how it goes, what kind of tips we're getting. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it here. I got majority of the intercooler taken care of for the mods that kind of planning for. I'm about like maybe 80% satisfied with the outcome. I guess I didn't quite prepare for how much contamination there's going to be in this thing, and it looks all right. Let's see if I can focus in there. It's not bad. I mean, penetration, whatever. I had to stop a bunch of times and do a bunch of cleaning. Like, there was a lot of contamination down in this corner here, mostly, you know, with the paint and all the junk that's in here. I don't know. I didn't have my cleaning up enough on the machine. I should have stopped, you know, take a step back and adjust a few things and cleaned and did a little bit better. But nevertheless, it's sealed. It's not as pretty as I would expect of myself, but it's going to be perfect. You know, can't beat myself up too much on it. The only thing I really have left to do is I got to cut a cover for the old intercooler outlet location and clean up the inside of where we drilled inside there. So that's pretty much it. I think that's a wrap for the moment. It's pretty late and it's dinner time, so I'm gonna call it a night and move on to something else. I'm thinking the upper radiator support tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Have a good night.